It seems you've gone too far with your childish pranks, Mr. Trite.
Uh-oh, I don't like the way you said that.
Kane Bullard blackmailing Luke Atmay? Are you for real?
Yes, I am.
Nick, come on, stand up to him.
Then answer me this. The blackmail letter contains the following passage. If you don't want your identity revealed to the world...
Yes, it certainly does.
Kane Bullard threatened to make Luke Atmay's identity public knowledge. An identity he wanted to keep a secret. So just what was that identity?
Atmay killed Kane Bullard because he was afraid of his secret becoming known.
What was the identity he wanted to keep secret?
This is what it all comes down to, Nick.
The identity that Luke Atmay wanted to so desperately keep secret was his identity as a blackmailer. Luke Atmay was a blackmailer.
Objection! Hey now, you're an all-star. Get your game on. Hey now, isn't that a little different from what you've been saying? Oh wait, no. You said that Kane Bullard was the one blackmailing Luke Atmay. Are you saying that Atmay was blackmailing someone else on top of that?
You have to admit, that does sound a little odd.
It's not odd. It's the only thing that makes any sense. Kane Bullard was blackmailing Luke Atmay. But Ron DeLeet was also being blackmailed by a certain someone. So, did you start to receive blackmail letters starting after this incident?
Yes, just a few days after the Tear of a Manon heist. After that, I started getting the plans in the mail. I received plans from some very kind person, incredibly detailed plans.
Detailed plans? In which case, that would mean that Ron DeLeet was actually masked a mask.
That is what we are claiming. Someone else came up with the plans and had Mr. DeLeet steal his targets for him. And that someone was none other than Luke Atmay.
Shh! Silence! Now I see. It's all becoming clear.
What is?
When you were in grade school, you received the same report card every year. Careless, with a tendency to jump to conclusions. Am I wrong?
How did you...
You say that I, Luke Atmay, was blackmailing Ron DeLeet? In which case I would naturally know all about his relation to Masked a Mask.
Well, yes.
Ron DeLeet started receiving plans from his second crime onward, correct? Which means I learned of his identity when he committed that first crime. Good point. You certainly couldn't have blackmailed him otherwise.
In that case, let's see some hot, bitter evidence. During the first crime, how did Luke Atmay know that Ron DeLeet was masked a mask? Do this.
I think I see it.
See what?
When you were in grade school, you received the same report card every year. Gets into lots of mischief trying to be the center of attention.
What do you mean?
This newspaper clipping. It has a picture of you and Ron DeLeet in his guard uniform. It seems that Masked a Mask didn't just disappear into thin air. He just took off his outfit and hid it in a bucket.
That sounds far too stupid to be true.
Correct. With tricks like that, he couldn't fool a baby, let alone an ace detective. And that's when you figured it out, Mr. Atmay. That's when you learned that under his mask, Masked a Mask was really Ron DeLeet.
Wasn't he supposed to be Masked a Mask?
Not only that, it looks like he wasn't even an ace detective. I can't believe it. He was just a slimy blackmailer.
What a fraud! Trying to pass himself off as an ace detective! Why, how dare you expose me like that? Why, I mean, I've never blackmailed anyone in my life. I'm a famous and proud ace detective, and also Master Mask. Oh, why can't you understand that?
I'm afraid you are neither a proud thief nor an ace detective. You're a blackmailer and a murderer. That is your true identity.
Why you... How dare you even simply could never fall so slowly. That's why you yourselves with a big... I say, none of you can compare to my Jesus girl. So gone, so desperate, commemorated. Ace detective cannot handle blackmail and murder. There's not... If it's enough to make one laugh. It would seem we finally got into the real answer.
That was quite a performance by Mr. Atmay.
Bailiff, please prepare a cell for Mr. Atmay.
Another coffee. The hammer that strikes too fast has no time to aim.
What do you mean? I'm already prepared to deliver my sentence.
Allow me to say one thing. I will be the one to judge.
You don't get much more in your face than that.
It appears that your claws weren't quite sharp enough, Mr. Trite.
Where do you...
It's true that you've proven a lot of things. Things like Luke Atmay was a filthy blackmailer. And that he wasn't at Lordly Taylor the night of the murder.
But then who was it then?
That's right. That's why he was the one who killed Mr. Bull.
But there's still one thing you have yet to prove.
What's that?
Just because he wasn't at the warehouse doesn't mean he was at the murder scene. Therefore, if you can't prove that this pitiful excuse for a man was at KB security, then I don't see how a verdict can be delivered.
No way.
Order in the court. Well, Mr. Wright?
This is it. This is the final round. I've got to prove that Atmay was at Mr. Bullett's office on that night.
But can you really prove that?
That's long enough, Mr. Trite. I want to hear your answer.
That night, Luke Atmay was at KB security, and the defense...
The defense... can we prove it? I mean, we have to say we can prove it. Wouldn't there be cameras? Like, let's just say we can prove it.
The defense can prove it with evidence.
Are you sure?
Ha. Don't you worry. I'll watch over you as you break down and fall to pieces.
Very well then, let's see this proof. Proof that Luke Atmay was at KB security that night.
Well, Ron can...
This is the proof.
It's true. That is very important. However, I'm not so foolish as to think that we'll pass for evidence here.
Mr. Trite, it's time you learn the true flavor of life. The flavor of my special Godot blend 49.
Well, Mr. Wright?
It's bitter. Very bitter.
Come on, Nick. Don't give up now.
What do I do? If I make a mistake here, it's over.
Can't prove it.
I can't prove it.
Just as I thought.
But, if we hear more of Detective Atmay's testimony...
Unfortunately, that's as far as you go, Mr. Trite.
Oh, what do you mean?
I won't allow for any more testimony. That's what I mean.
What?
Have you forgotten? Luke Atmay's here after we interrupted his own trial, and you have failed to prove that he committed the murder. I think it's time for this witness to return to his own trial. and face his guilty verdict as Master Mask.
No.
Well now, Sir Lawyer, it seems that love wins out in the end after all. I am the ace detective as well as Master Mask. My verdict will verify that. Just as Rondelitz will verify that he is the true murderer. I declare that with the full force of my ace detectiveness. Order! Order in the court! That's enough deliberation over this witness.
I can't believe this. At this rate, Ron is...
Don't give up now, Nick. We still have tomorrow. We can look for more evidence and...
By then, it'll be too late.
Huh? Why?
Double jeopardy. One of the basic rules of any court of law.
Double jeopardy?
Should a defendant be tried and found innocent in court, that defendant cannot be tried again for the same crime. This is a fundamental rule of all courts, and it applies to this witness as much as it applies to anyone else.
Mr. Atmay will be found guilty in a matter of minutes. Guilty as Master Mask, which means...
he will be innocent as far as the murder of Kane Bullard is concerned.
No way.
The fact that you were unable to prove Mr. Atmay's guilt of that crime here means that he will never again be tried as Kane Bullard's murderer.
Why? Now there's nothing I can possibly do to win.
Well, I don't even know what I would show. Like, I picked that answer just because... like, the can't prove it because, well, for one, I don't know if I can prove it, but also, how do we prove he was at KB Security? I feel like, is Desiree gonna come in and be like, oh, I have a secret piece of information.
There's nothing I can possibly do to win, see? Even if Ron is proclaimed to be innocent, the real killer, Luke Atmay, will go free.
You have cross-examined every statement the witness has made here today, and as long as there's no more testimony, I'm afraid I have to declare that there will be no further questioning of this witness. Are there any objections?
Is that the bad ending?
Then I hereby end the cross-examination of Luke Atmay.
I knew someone would come in. I think I see it. I'm guessing it's Desiree.
Your Honor, when you were a child, this is what was on your report card every year.
It's either Mia or Desiree.
Has poor hearing and often makes mistakes as a result.
How did you...
Phoenix, raise your head up high. Have you forgotten what I used?
Okay, it's Mia. Alright, what's Mia's voice?
Have you forgotten what I used to tell you? A lawyer is someone who smiles no matter how bad it gets.
That voice. No way.
Oh.
Long time no see, Phoenix.
Mia! This is the true power of the Kurain channeling technique. I know that it's really Maya who's standing before me, but right now she's my mentor, Mia Fey.
Now, let's do this.
But there's nothing more we can do, Mia. Without any more testimony, I can't cross-examine.
Not yet. The testimony's not over yet.
What do you mean? Your Honor.
Your Honor, just now you said something very interesting. You have cross-examined every statement the witness has made here today.
Yes, that's true, but...
Unfortunately, Your Honor, you're forgetting something. Earlier, after the last cross-examination, this witness made a number of remarks.
Well now, Sir Lawyer, it seems that love wins out in the end after all. I am the ace detective, as well as Master Mask. My verdict will verify that, just as Rondelitz will verify that he's the true murderer. I declare that with the full force of my ace detectiveness. Yes, but these comments appear to have no importance whatsoever.
Very well, then we shall prove their importance via cross-examination. At any rate, as long as the witness has made these remarks, we, the defense, assert our right to question them. Is that all right with you, prosecutor?
Is something the matter, Mr. Godot?
Nah, nothing.
Oh, Sir Lawyer, it looks like you're one step too late. If you think such falsehoods will do anything to me, look at...
Let's hear it.
What? Huh?
It's true that the witness has made some remarks. So then, let's hear this last bit of cross-examination.
Mr. Godot, what are you... Very well then, look at me. I'll allow the defense to cross-examine your earlier remarks.
The defense would like to hear why you declare the defendant to be the true murderer. So please, give us one last bit of testimony. Phoenix, this is it. This is our absolute last chance.
Yes, Chief.
The last testimony.
Indeed, it is true that I was not at Lordly Taylor. I had to leave to see about another vitally important job request. I had known about the date beforehand, so I had this photograph readied. My brilliant deduction was what informed me that the true culprit was Rondelite. And thanks to the keycard and wallet, it was abundantly clear that he was there. I was also able to make a deduction from the buzzer, which only sounded once. The button did not have any fingerprints on it. Why? The victim would have left prints if he sounded it, which means the killer sounded it. Mr. Delete was wearing his Master Mask outfit, which is why he had left no prints. And the blackmail letter? The victim likely just mistook the color of the jewel. Savari! Therefore, all the evidence points to that poor boy.
Okay.
This testimony actually seems to hold up pretty well.
The witness's earlier remarks do not appear to have been hastily prepared. All of his points have been explained, and none of them seem to contradict anything. But of course. But how did you know about the emergency buzzer? The police investigation documents went directly through me. And I always look over all the documents. It's elementary, Sir Lawyer.
Are you going to make even more trouble for us now, Sir Lawyer?